Well, hello friends, Coach Bob with you today, and today we have a very special episode. We're going to be doing a headlight installation again, and I know what you're saying, didn't you just do a headlight installation there, Bob? And yes, I did. That would be on my Spyder. Aha! So, I got a phone call from Dave the other night. Anyway, you'll see Dave here in just a few minutes. And he said that he had a headlight out on his Spyder and was wondering if I would be willing to help him with the Spyder and replacing the headlights. And I said, absolutely I would, not a problem. So he drove up yesterday. Anyway, so we have his Spyder here. Now, I know what you're saying, Bob, it's already disassembled. Yes, it is disassembled. And we've already replaced the bulb that was burned out. So you're going, well, why are you showing me after you've already done it? I'm not interested in just seeing what you did. I want to see it done. I want to learn something. Well, you've come to the right place, because now what we're going to do is I've disassembled it. I'll drop a link like right up here of when I did my installation so you can see the disassembly process. It's very, very simple. But we're going to have Dave. Yes, Dave is going to come out. He's seen me do one. He has no experience on the Spyder at all. So you can do this. I want you to feel confident when you work on your Spyder. Everything's going to be fine. So he is going to do this side, and then he is going to take all of these parts and reassemble the Spyder. All right, so hang on. Here we go. Let's get Dave out here and get to work. It's hot. He's going to be sweating, because let me tell you, the humidity in Tallahassee, Florida is really, really real. All right, so he's going to take off 4 10mm bolts. One of them's already removed. He's got 3 more to do. And then we're going to take the high beam, low beam adjustment piece off, and then the headlight should pull right out. So
actually, I'm going to do that first. Where's the pliers?
So the high-low beam is just a brass. It's a little brass nut
right here,
that fitting right there, and then this cable will pull out, and that allows the headlight to move forward.
Now there is a sleeve or something that goes in there, right?
No, it's just got that rubber adjustment sleeve.
Okay.
It's on there.
And then we're doing the right side. We already did the left. The philosophy that everybody should always have: if you replace one, replace the other.
The 4 bolts are here, deep inside, there, and down here. That's it.
Easy.
So anyway, I don't think you want to watch him undo 4 bolts, but we'll get right back with you. Now Dave is pulling the headlight out.
Now there's a cover.
We'll just show it to him. Here you go.
Okay. There's a cover right here.
All you do is you press down, release it, it pulls
it. Exactly. Comes off, put it to the side. This is how the inside of the back of the light looks. And
take the clip off, and then that removes that, lets the headlight, sets it free.
Exactly.
There you go.
Just like that.
I'm going to turn her off here. Let's grab the other bulb. So the light is just going to clip in and turn, locks in.
It should.
Yeah, no doubt. No doubt.
There it is.
Right.
And then we lock.
Just turn it in. There you go. Now plug the plug in.
And we're done. Let's go riding.
Let's crank her up and make sure she's working.
Yeah.
So now the reassembly process begins. Basically, you will start with the headlight. The 4 bolts that were in there, we're going to put those back in there and get that thing put back in there.
Well, Bob, don't jump so far ahead. We still got to put the cup back.
You haven't put that on yet?
Yeah, we got to put the cup back on.
What? Don't forget the cover, because if you do, you end up taking it back apart.
Right. Don't do not forget this part.
Yeah.
Fish the cable back down through. I gotta figure out where it was.
All right, as Coach Vic often tells me, simple minds come up with simple solutions. So I come up with simple solutions. What I do, this is a hack for if you're going to drop a bolt in somewhere, you're worried about it falling into a black hole. Just take a little piece of painter's tape, tape the bolt right into the socket. And because it's painter's tape, it won't grab in there very hard. You just get it started, and then when you pull it out, the painter's tape comes off on the wrench, and there you go. You're all set. So we get those 4 bolts on, and then the headlight part is actually done. Then it's reassembling the Spyder. Most of it is Spyder assembly and disassembly and reassembly. All right, so the headlight is in, everything's working. Now we just have to put it back together. All the little Torx bolts, they're all the same size, so it's very easy. You don't have to worry about, am I going to get this one mixed up with that one? It's basically gonna go headlight shroud, big piece, small piece, plastic cover. That's gonna be the order. So there's 8 holes in this, but you don't want to throw everything together immediately because some holes may share a screw with another body part.
Exactly.
So we know that
And these tabs.
yeah, you want to line those up. They slide in the slot, and that's that. So we know this has to go in, obviously. All right, so next thing, there's a couple of bolts right down here that have to be put in. That's going to secure this in place. And then we'll start looking at other pieces. As these other pieces, like I said, everything starts kind of working together. So next thing are the two that go in the bottom there. 2 at the bottom, and there's 1 on each side right here on the top on each side. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna hand start some of these for Dave, so he won't have to hand start.
That's helpful.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Roll, please. Yeah, don't do this.
All right, so we're going to grease all of these rubber locations to make sure that when you disassemble it next time, you don't feel like you're breaking plastic shrouds, because it can be very disconcerting when you do that. But these back side ones are going to go on first, then the front part. All right, so we're getting this one lined up. That way we don't pinch a wire there.
Make sure this doesn't fall back in.
Yeah.
'Cause you will be having a lot of fun.
Let me look at something real quick before you do that. I want to see something. We're going to have to put that one, it goes in right there.
A boat?
Yep.
Ah.
So that's why I said you kind of wait to make sure that one right there is part of the shroud that will be hidden behind this panel.
You didn't see that one.
Just remember when you're doing this, take your time and just, it's fun.
Yeah.
Put on some music that you enjoy and just hang out, have a good time. All right, so now Dave is going to attempt to get this body piece in place.
Keyword tip.
It'll pop right in there. Remember that there's these 2 screws, they're not screws. You start messing with those, it's just not gonna be anything for you. You gotta go way up high. There you go. There we go. There you go. Nice. And there's a couple at the top. So how are we feeling there? Does everything feel?
Yeah, feels a little tight.
All right, so this is where the air deflectors go. Dave's bike did not have air deflectors on it from the factory, but there was a place for them. So whether they just forgot an assembly, who knows? But anyway, those 2 screws we're gonna put back in. There's a screw here, there, and 1 at the back. So you've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, total of 6 that go on this side. All right, so the same exact assembly process on this side as the other side. So just mirror it. Next up is going to be these bad boys. We got to get these put back on here. Again, all of the little fittings and everything have all been greased. So this, you just want to be careful not to break this little tab, because it just kind of hooks around things. And everything's all greased up and ready to go. Should pop right in there.
Right there.
There, in there.
And that's in. Put that in first. Line them up.
All right, so now these little plastic shrouds that cover where your coolant is. By the way, we did add coolant.
Yeah, I was gonna say, recommend when you do have this apart, check your coolant, make sure it's full while it's apart.
Next up, plastic shrouds. I'll get those for them. Here they are right here. They're just put on with push pins. So the last thing that's going to go on are the old mirrors. Now, anyone who's dealt with the old mirrors understands how cantankerous these things are. These are not the magic mirrors, they are the stock mirrors. This is the first time Dave's taken them off. You can see they're in pretty good shape for what they are. You'll see there's a R for right hand and an L for left hand and that sort of stuff.
Make sure you remember to plug up the, if your mirrors have the headlights or blinkers to them.
So I'm gonna get this thing ready to go here. Put the clip on, clipped. Push the clip back inside.
Clip.
So you're gonna drop the top one on,
Right.
and then you're gonna press the other 2 in. There it goes. Nice. All right, so let's crank it up, make sure everything's working. Blown up, sir.
All right. Hey, Bob, what does it mean when you have all these lights flashing?
Means we did it right. Right, you do them.
High beams? You got low beams?
All right, check the blinkers.
That works. Brake blinker?
Yep, that's good. All right, everything's working. And then if you have emergency flashers, hit those too. All right, everything's working just like that. All right, so Dave wanted to make a comment on camera, so let me get this camera on him. All right, Dave, the floor is yours, man. I'll even put it with the Spyder in the background, so you have the whole mood set. Why are you wet?
It's hot in Tallahassee. It's like 90 degrees. Welcome to Bob's CanAm Spyder Garage, where we do all the work ourselves.
Because guess what, baby? We can. That's right. All right. Well, everything's put together, so it's all working, and there are no parts left over. So we're a little disappointed that we didn't have things left over because, you know, I normally have a box of parts, but anyway. All right. So we're going to go for a ride. All right. We got Dave and Jackie in tow. We got Coach Vic here with me. We decided they wanted to see the downtown area, so I figured I'd run them up here, let them check it out. They are just building this stuff up, man. It is crazy how this is building up. Well, I'm glad to get away from that guy. I told Vic if I could live on that penthouse up there on the corner right there, what do you think? Right there on the corner looking over the park, that'd be kind of nice, wouldn't it? That guy didn't get very far, did he? Probably a college student move. What do you think? So this, for anyone who is not from the Tallahassee area, I'm going to flip this camera up just a smidge here. This is the Gaines Street area. They call it G Street. Got the big G. This is pretty much where, you know, this road used to be one of the most unsightly roads in town. It was like 6 lanes, and all the lanes were super duper narrow, and it was very industrial, as Vic was saying. I mean, it was just nasty, garbage everywhere, and it just looked terrible. And when they redid this thing, man, they did it right. It really looks nice. It's a nice boulevard with the palm trees. It's almost like you're not in Tallahassee. Is that bad? Does that sound bad, Vic? Yep, there's a sand volleyball court over there, and they're always working down here, beautifying it, just making it prettier and prettier and prettier. All right, so here is Doak Campbell Stadium. I was going to show them the statue. Where's the statue? Is the statue down that way? Oh, here. Is that it there? That's it? There's one. Yeah, there's a... Yeah, there's one statue. Sportsmanship. Look at that. I love that. Got the one football player down and the other helping him up. I think Osceola's down here. Try not to bottom out here. Rabbit-up. Rabbit-dabba-doobie. There it is. That is so cool, man. That is so awesome. You know, even if you're not a Florida State fan, that's just cool. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Here we go. So that is the Doak Campbell tour, the mini tour. Before we finish this video, I just want to say this. I want people to understand the value of community, the value of helping fellow riders out. You know, if you know how to do something, even if you're not, you know, a professional, but you know how to do it because you've done it before, and someone calls and goes, hey man, can you help me with that? Help them. You know, you're going to develop relationships, you're going to learn something, and we always learn. Even when someone else is doing it, you're still learning. So I just want to encourage you, as a Spyder community, we need to be more like the Harley community. The Harley people stick together, man. I can tell you, you see a Harley on the side of the road, there's normally 5 people stopped to help him that are on Harleys. And as a Spyder community, we need to do those same things. We need to reach out and help our fellow riders as much as we can to build this this spine of the human body of the CanAm society. We got to do it. So I want you to take heart in doing that. Don't forget to reach out and encourage others and help them. If they don't know how to do something, even if it's just riding, give them words of encouragement and wisdom on riding techniques and skills. When they've had a hard day and they're afraid, encourage them to get back out there and to keep riding and to keep doing this thing that we love so much. Because I know that it's going to help them in the long run, just like it's helped me. All right, enough of my soapbox preaching. Well, we're going to run them back up to Orion's Motorsports, which you guys, I know if you've been a part of this channel for a while, you've seen all that. But we're not going to be going into the dealership. Coach Vic and I have to get back to the house. We've got a few things we have to do this afternoon. But we do look, we've had a great time with Dave and Jackie, you know, and getting all of the things fixed up on his bike. So we're going to cruise through the beautiful historic area down here and just look around, but I want you to do me a favor. That guy was in my lane. Just take your half in the middle there, dude. All right, so do me a favor till next time. You go out, buy the motorcycle of your dreams, eat right, take care of yourself, and remember, if you're not having fun, you are definitely doing it wrong. Now you go seize the day, and I will see you on the road real